Motherfuckers get back, snore rails. Kick back with a six-pack, hell. He gon' do what he want, leaving others impaled. A podcast levels far beyond that. This ain't no bullshit, it's marsh pits and all that. Real talk with a steel got tasted. Red still spill jizz on your faces. Gone ape shit, blaze it and take it in. Rat talks with crack rocks and gin. Metalheads unite with a grin. Goddamn master man, that's real shit now. So bunch of potheads getting stoned.
Oh, fuck, man. Yeah, this is going to be an angry episode. So let me go ahead and just... Wait, I had another cigarette. Where the fuck did that one go? Oh, man, did it leave? Buckle up, kids. Because... if I could even give a warning or anything, but yeah, man, shit's real fucked up right now, and I'm just tired of fucking seeing all this dumb bullshit on the internet, especially like my own family, dude, like fucking spewing out just dumb bullshit on over social media and everything. And like, let me start off by saying I don't want to. I never wanted to get political. I never want to get political. I hate politics. I don't like it. I don't think that they're worth the energy. I don't think they're worth the stress, the time, and all of that. I mean, so I know some of you feel differently. Like, you know, like you worry about how everything's going to be planned, or not planned, but like how you're going to be taken care of. I guess. Oh man, expect a lot of that, because I've been drinking. But yeah, I guess we can just start with the shit that happened yesterday with all this fucking all them white boys, all them white people storming the Capitol, our nation's capital. Yeah, it was pretty fucked up, dude. It was pretty I was enraged watching it, and it wasn't even like it wasn't even like well, I guess it was like that. Like, yeah, I don't like that those fucking people, that Trump supporters were okay, I guess I should start off there. I don't like Trump, not because he would like not because of this, like his political stance and everything. I mean, that has a lot to do with it, but I never liked Trump. I never fucking enjoyed that guy's face. I didn't like his voice. I didn't watch any of his shit. I hated him when he was on on WWE. I hated him. I never liked the motherfucker. And yeah, so when I was going through, obviously I was living through the his political campaign and everything, saying that he was going to run for president and all of that, and like, and that just like, yeah, when all of that like first came out, I was one of those people that was just like, no, there's no fucking way. Like, this is a joke. He's a fucking he's a TV star. He's a you know, he's not, this isn't real. It's not going to happen. And then, you know, well, I guess a part of me also knew that it could happen with, you know, Ronald Reagan, who was an actor also and everything. Like, so, I mean, on that stance, like, I can't say that I was too surprised that he was able to pull it off to the, you know, the presidency and everything, all that bullshit. Like, I wasn't too surprised of it, especially when I knew he was going up against fucking what's her face, Hillary Clinton and everything. Like, so when the election happened and he got into office, I was not that surprised. It was shocking, but I honestly I was not that surprised. But I didn't that I never wanted to dip into politics or anything, and I told myself after that election, I was like, okay, then I will get more involved. I will actually vote and everything because I went through my whole life, so I was what 23 when he got into office. So from 18 to 20, I went 5 full years without fucking without any care in the world. And then of course this shit happened and I was like, okay, so that was the final draw for me to kind of get involved. And even then, after all of it had happened, I knew it wasn't that bad. We made it. We got through 4 years of fucking Trump and everything. And like I'm alive, you're alive, everybody, yeah, everybody listening to this is alive. Like we're okay. We fucking did it. We made it through. But this fucking all this bullshit, like this cult, like basically is what it is. Like this whole idea of like he's our fucking savior and all that bullshit. Like, no, dude, like the guy was never a fucking good person ever. Ever a good person. I don't think I've ever heard a single good story about him even before he was a fucking president, like before he got into politics or anything. So like I never liked him in the fucking first place. Like and just the mere fact that like yeah, like Hillary was up to some shady shit for sure. Like she's been in like yeah, like all of them, even Joe Biden too. Like they've been in fucking in power for so long, and like the bullshit that still exists to this day. And the matter of the fact is that it's fucking it's bullshit. This whole country, everything about it is like it's fake. Like like okay, so I'm already fucking veering off and everything. So just the whole idea of him being in office and everything, like that was my push to being like, okay, like fucking, I'll pay attention more. I'll do my research and everything. I'll vote in the election and all that, and yeah, man. So I never liked the fucking guy ever, and I'm just so baffled at the fact of how many people do support him and like all this fucking bullshit. And people want to say like, oh well, it's not because he's a politician, it's not because he's just a guy who ran an office. Like he's like the fucking American dream and shit. Like anybody can just run for office now or run for president. Like that was like a fake thing that like I thought of, like when we're taught about you know the seats and everything, like the Senate and Congress and all that, and in school and everything. Like we're taught like, oh yeah, anybody that's born in this country, that's an American citizen, or born in this country, they can run for president, blah blah blah. Like, and the fact of the matter is that everybody looked up to him like in that way. It's pretty fucking dumb. I mean, like I said, I never heard one real good thing about him ever. And the only people that did talk highly about him were rich fucking white motherfuckers who obviously ran along the same lines of him. And those are not good people. I never thought they were good people. Anybody who thought that way or his way or anything, like yeah, it wasn't fucking, it was never like that. And so I guess that leads into like the way he was portrayed in the media and everything. Like that was also one thing that was kind of like I realized, even the fucking news people hate him. Even fucking Fox News, who is very right wing and everything, like even they didn't like some of the shit that he did. So and which I've never seen before. I've never seen a such a divide. And this guy fucking just he loved it, he fueled it, and he wanted it to be that way. And so like all these dumb motherfuckers who are supporting him, that are saying that like, oh, he's our savior, he's the fucking best, he's gonna heal our country and everything. Like I never thought that of him ever. I don't think he even is capable of thinking of anybody other than himself. And yeah, man, like sure, he did some good shit to help out some communities, but it was like it didn't if it didn't benefit him in some way, then I don't think he ever would have fucking done it. Like, and even then, like the shit that he was saying and spewing out there, I can't fucking stand it, dude. And that was one thing that, yeah, a lot of fucking people were saying, like, oh, he's, yeah, the second coming, like he's our savior. He's, being put in pictures of with like Jesus and shit. And like, like, first of all, I can't even fucking stand religious people. I either. Anybody who's just like, oh, the fucking Bible, you got to go by the Bible. God said this, God, God wants us to be here. Like, that has no place, in my opinion, has no place in governing, especially the free world, the country that is built on the idea of you can come here as you are, whoever you are, live here and prosper. And when you throw in fucking the Bible and Jesus and all that bullshit, like you're literally throwing all that bullshit out the fucking. You're literally throwing all that out the door of of the illusion that this country is a place that anybody can come and be who they are and express whatever religion they are and all that bullshit. Like, when religion gets into it, and especially Christianity, man, like, fuck, I can't stand fucking Christians, dude. Especially like the hardcore ones that try to throw the Bible in your face and everything. Like, yeah, motherfucker. And then, on that topic, like, whatever commandment it is, don't use God's name in vain. Like, that doesn't mean you can't say God in a normal sentence. Like, I'm fucking saying God right now, so I'm breaking a commandment. Like, no, motherfuckers, using God in vain is for your own personal gain, manipulating the way people think, like, in trying to control what they do, like all this fucking missionary bullshit and like all these third world countries. Like, that is what that is saying not to do. And so when you throw all this fucking into the mix and everything, like, you're destroying this country basically. So what I'm saying is, yeah, fucking extreme Christians and everything, people that are trying to push narrative that fucking that God wants us to. And it's not just and it's not just now, like the whole fucking manifest destiny bullshit, when this country was first founded and everything, after we got liberated and all of that, like we pushed all, like, all these indigenous tribes and everything, all this heritage that was to kill, to eradicate a whole race of fucking people, man. And this shit that is what alone is religion and Christianity and all that bullshit. Um, yeah, man. So I can't get behind it. You can tell me all you want. You can say that whatever. I just can't get behind. I can't support any sort of, especially when it comes to governing people in this country. This idea of this country being so um open, so new, and all of that. Like, I can't fucking get behind it. And so I don't support it. I never wanted to support it, never did support it, and so now here we fucking are. Now we got all these fucking assholes running around waving Trump flags and everything. So let me just get into the hypocrisy of all the bullshit, dude. Like, saying that somebody is disrespecting the flag because he's kneeling during a football game, during a fucking sporting event, which we learned from this past year. Sports aren't, they don't fucking matter. I mean, they matter. Like, in this country to be, to make this country a great country, that was I decided that, you know what, I'm gonna do this small little thing, not hurt anybody, not hurt anybody, not, not try just to say, like, hey, fucking stop killing people in general. And a lot of these fucking motherfuckers are like, well, fucking white people get shot all the time too. Like, yeah, yeah, exactly. So it's not just, Black Lives Matter. It is everybody as a whole. Yes, I can agree to that. But the real fact of the matter, this is history. This has happened. It's been recorded. It's there. I've witnessed it. It happens, dude. Fucking people of color are on that short end of the stick. Like, they don't get that full. They don't get away with with shit that white people do, for sure. They don't. And that is where I think the hypocrisy, that's where the hypocrisy pisses me off at, because that shit is yeah, man, like and yesterday kind of proved it, dude. Like, are you like the amount of resistance and the amount of power that gets thrown into the faces of people who are just trying to say, hey man, like, I want to live a normal life, I want to live an okay life, I just want to live, basically. And and it's not just today, dude. This is the whole American history, dude. This whole country was built on the dead bodies and blood of minorities, of the entire world, dude. Like, it's a known it's a known fact. Like, yeah, like, United States was, they were it was built on slavery and everything. Like, that's how they got this country, and like, that's how it worked. That's how people made their money, was enslaving a whole race of people and bringing them over here and shit. And it's like, and like that was just the beginning, like. And then we went through the whole civil rights movement, which again only happened what, 70 years ago. 70, yeah, it was like 70, 80 years ago. This fucking country has been around for more than 200 years. Like, that is such a small little portion of shit. And there's so much pushback on it, there was so much hate for it. And they fucking and it's baffling to me that these that Trump supporters, especially in these groups, they're saying like, oh well, like, trying to compare themselves, to the oppression that they're getting now, comparing that to the impression of people of color through the history of this goddamn country, is like, you motherfuckers don't read a goddamn book, dude. Like, you don't see, like, like, this is very hypocritical of white people to be like, oh well, I'm like, I gotta wear a mask, I'm being oppressed, this is like Nazi Germany. Motherfucker, you support Nazi Germany. There's motherfuckers in your support group that are wearing Camp Auschwitz shirts and sweaters, and they're fucking waving around Nazi flags, and they got the Confederate flag flying around too. Like, mother, like, that shit was the most insulting thing ever when I was watching what happened yesterday. What happened yesterday, yeah, that shit would not have flown if it was any sort of, if it was any other group, if that group was majority black people, Mexican, yeah, black people, Mexicans, Asian people, if it was, oh man, fucking God forbid, if it was any Indian fucking cultures or anything, or indigenous people as well too, like, yeah, like, that shit would not have flown at all. Like, dude, like, military would have been there a day before, 3 days before, building fucking walls, building barricades and everything, like, getting all suited up. But but everybody wants to say like, oh shit, like, what, that white privilege doesn't exist, that, yeah, white supremacy is dead and everything. Like, dude, like, yesterday fucking proved it, man. Like, I was infuriated. I can't believe that I had to sit there and watch some motherfucker walk around with the goddamn Confederate flag in the Capitol, in the U.S. Capitol, the Capitol building, the building that was the base Like that shit, dude. Like I couldn't fucking believe it, dude. I couldn't believe how easy it was for them to again to get into the Capitol building, to have everybody inside evacuate and everything. Like no, like that would not have happened had it been any other protest, any other protest. And as a matter of fact, it wasn't. Even when it was fucking disabled people trying to get proper health care, like they still fucking treated those people. They still treated the disabled people. They fucking threw out. They picked up. They threw them out on their thing. Got them in wheelchairs and everything, carrying their wheelchairs out. Like very defenseless people. And yet they, what I saw yesterday was just a complete, like they literally just let them walk in, dude. They literally let them walk in, and it's fucking baffling to me. I mean, yeah, you can say no, they were there, they were trying to fight people. I saw them hitting people with batons. Like, yeah, no shit, you saw some people because that's what that's what they're paid to do. But if that shit, what it should have been was it should have been 20 motherfuckers in one single hallway, like, you know, like that, like the entire time. It should have been fucking military on the steps the entire fucking time. But it just wasn't there, dude. It wasn't there, man. And fucking after yesterday, man, if you want to sit there and tell me that white privilege doesn't exist, it fucking exists, dude. It really exists. And I'm part of that too. Like I'm, you know, yeah, I grew up in in a Hispanic neighborhood, Mexican traditions and everything. Like, but just because I look like this, because I'm not a shade darker, I didn't I didn't have to deal with any of that shit, dude. I didn't have to deal with people looking down on me and everything. Like it wasn't until they heard my last name that they realized, like, oh, you're not a fucking John, you're not a fucking, yeah, you're not a Johnson or whatever. I don't fucking know, dude. I can't even I don't know white people names. But that shit, it fucking blew my mind, man. It blew my mind. And all these motherfuckers that are just like, oh, well, now Democrats want to be like, all of a sudden they support the police and everything. Like, I don't give a fuck. I was actually very entertained. Like, I was hoping that they fucking beat the shit out of each other. Yeah, man. Like, because it was very hypocritical on both sides. Like, you know, saying that you're the group of law and order, and like, oh, like Trump supporters wouldn't do something like that. They wouldn't burn their city down. Like, yeah, okay, given a city resistance as any other group, any other fucking group, or any, not even any group, like any fucking cause. If any other cause was saying that they wanted to go, you know, they wanted to go to the steps of the Capitol and everything, like the resistance that those people met, of course they were going to push back. Like that's a recipe. When somebody fucking pushes you, you push back. They did not get pushed back enough. I don't think they got pushed back enough at all. As a matter of fact, they didn't get pushed back at all. Like they didn't get pushed back enough at all that they fucking made it inside the goddamn building. They made it into the fucking Capitol building. And had they met the same resistance that all these other groups, that all these other people of color, like that, the same that as they get, then yeah, those motherfuckers probably would have been throwing Molotov cocktails, which they had. They probably would have been blowing their bombs off, which they had. They had that shit, dude. It was there. It was inside the fucking building. That is my point, dude. Like, they were ready to have that kind of fucking confrontation, and that shit did not happen because they just let them in. They fucking walked in there, and that is what is really baffling to me, because the fact that I had to sit there, watch a motherfucker with a Confederate flag walk through the halls of the U.S. Capitol of the U.S. Capitol building, like it was a fucking big insult. It was a huge insult. And like, these motherfuckers want to talk about disrespecting flags and everything. They were taking down American flags and putting up Trump flags and everything. Like, that's, if that isn't a dictatorship, like if that's not it, then I don't know what the fuck is anymore. Because from what I've read in history books, the way that this country portrays other countries and everything, like putting up pictures and posters and all of that, and tearing down flags and putting up other flags of it, like that's tyranny. That is what tyranny was. That's what I was taught in school of what it was, and yet these motherfuckers are doing it and saying and being called patriots, calling themselves patriots, and saying that what they're doing is. And fine, you can say you can show me your conspiracy videos and everything of like, oh, this election was rigged, this election was rigged, like, okay, fine. You fucking feel that way. Good for you. Don't go to the fucking Capitol building and say that you're a proud American and yet deface it with fucking flags of losers, dude. They're fucking waving Nazi flags and Confederate flags and fucking Trump flags, and all those people lost. All those groups fucking didn't, they don't, well, they don't exist anymore. They're not in power. And yet you want to fucking put that shit out there and being like, oh, they like, this is my America, blah, blah, blah. And if that's your fucking America, then fuck that, dude. Then I'm fucking fighting you because that shit, dude. Oh, the only good Nazi is a fucking dead Nazi. All right, that's I've said that and I believe it. I stand by it. All that shit being flown around and everything. Fuck that, dude. I'm not any sort of any part of that, dude. I don't want any of that. And especially, yeah, and like the fucking Confederate flag, the reason the Civil War started in the first place was because white fucking hick motherfuckers were pissed off that they couldn't keep slaves anymore. And again, you're in a country where you are saying it is literally in fucking Constitution and the Declaration of like we the people and all men are created equally, and yet you want to fucking look down at motherfuckers just because they're a shade darker than you, and it's like that that yeah, that can't happen, especially when you're trying to build a country that says, hey, anybody can come here, anybody can be who they are. Like, people seek asylum in this country because they're being oppressed in other countries, and yet when they get here they have to deal with this fucking bullshit of these European motherfuckers saying that this is their land and everything. Well, it's land that you fucking stole in the first place, right? It's land that was built on the backs and blood of of everyone else in the world. And like, yeah, you want to fucking you you want to say that this is the land of the free and everything, but yet you stand by these oppressors and these racist motherfuckers and everything like that. Like, no, that can't, you can't say that and then support that shit and fly those flags and everything. And like, it was disrespectful, dude. I feel violated, and I wasn't even fucking there. And I don't even give a shit about politics. But yet, I used to be as an American citizen, as a person of this country, as someone who grew up being taught that this country was a place for anybody to come to and anybody to be accepted and to live free. I can't. It was insulting. It made me sick. It made me real fucking sick. And like the fact that this man, this one fucking dude, this Cheeto puff of a fucking person caused I mean okay, like he incited it for sure. But all that shit existed, like I said, well before any of this, dude. Fucking only 80 years ago, 70, 80 years ago, like black people were barely getting their fucking rights, man. Like, and this country has been around for so fucking long. And I can't stand by that, dude. I can't be okay with that, knowing that I was taught this illusion that anybody can come here. And it's like, sure, dude, make them jump through hoops, make them take whatever it is, whatever the requires are to be a fucking American citizen. Like, sure, like, yeah, do that, but you need, when you become an American citizen, you need to be treated like anybody else on this fucking on this country and on this land. Like, and the yeah, the fact of the matter is that doesn't exist, dude. That it doesn't fucking exist, and it's really it really pisses me off that yeah, that it's gotten to this point, dude, that I have to fucking waste my time talking about this shit. But obviously it means a lot. It means a lot to me to know that that I live in a country to, that does have that, those principles and those, those ideas and everything. Like, it makes me happy. It makes me feel like, yeah, like I'm part of something good. But I look at reality and I see what's happening to my friends, my family. they're being treated like shit just because they look different, or just because they have a fucking different last name, or their last name has roots into another country. Like fine, whatever, but god damn it, dude, like they're here, aren't they? Like they're here, they celebrate the same, the same holidays and everything, the same traditions, like all that. Like I'm very proud of being from this country. And yeah, man, like, so you want to talk about, like, oh, the comparison between the two, between the left and the right, between Antifa and fucking Trump supporters and everything. Like, it's yeah, it's fucking dumb, dude. Like, of course, I don't agree that, yeah, you shouldn't burn your cities down or anything like that. But like I said earlier, when you are met with that resistance, when you run into a wall that not only that you're just running into, but is pushing you back, like, yeah, I'm gonna throw some shit. I'm gonna break some fucking windows, and you know what, I think that's okay. I think people, yeah, like, I think people of color, they have every right to fucking burn these goddamn cities down, dude, because they fucking built it. Their ancestors built it. Their great great grandfathers, their great great grandmothers, their great great aunts, their fucking ancestors, the people were the ones that came to this country unwillingly and built it for these pieces of shit. And yeah, dude, they have every fucking right to burn it down. They have every right to burn it down. I mean, I don't think anybody really wanted to, but when they're met with that much resistance, then yeah, you know what? Fucking burn the goddamn motherfucker down, because this shit is gone on way too long, dude. It has gone on way too long, in my opinion. I mean, fucking 400 years is enough. I can't stand by anymore and be like, well, people be angry. And yeah, I'm fucking angry, dude. I'm fucking angry. And you know what? I agree with that, dude. If you think that you know, like the fucking the audacity of thinking that, oh, I'm gonna, like, I can just walk up to the Capitol and just go right in. Like, dude, you know how many times, how many fucking groups would have loved to fucking do that? Like, yeah, of course, man. And then not only that, like, they brought nooses and shit. And like I said, they had fucking Molotov cocktails and bombs and everything ready to fucking set off. But dude, had they met the resistance, then yeah, of course, then they would have done that. And then that just goes to prove that, you know what, you motherfuckers are no different than everybody else. And I think that's really what my point is that we're fucking people, man. We are all goddamn people. And we don't, if we don't like certain things, then yes, we're gonna push. But when you fucking push back, I'm gonna hit a motherfucker, dude. Like, I can't sit there and just take this shit anymore. And that's what, especially, yeah, that's especially people of color and like the black community, dude. Like, they've been fucking shat on for so long. And then people want to say, like, oh no, well, some communities, they do this, they do that, and everything. Like, okay, like, fine. You know what? There's a few good apples out there, sure, but that still does not, that still doesn't make up for the entire majority of people feeling that oppression, dude. Of those people that are being shot for no reason. And then again, you want to throw that whole comparison, like, well, they shoot white people too. Like, well, then no shit. That means there's a fucking bigger problem than you want to look at. And and again, like I said, like, those people, they don't know what fucking oppression is, dude. They don't know what oppression is. This is not oppression. What we're going through and everything with the pandemic and the lockdown, that is not oppression whatsoever. Being oppressed is being told when you can eat. Being oppressed is being told when you can stop working. Being oppressed is being, well, forced to work, and then being told when not to work. And then not only that, like, and then being told that, like, yeah, right now you can say you can't go there, you can't go there. Well, you know what, there's a fucking pandemic going on, and I know, and yeah, you can say that, oh, it's fake and everything, like, whatever. I totally agree. All right, like, the this whole COVID-19 bullshit, like, it is bullshit, dude. Like, I can't be quiet about that anymore either. Like, I know it's a horrible disease, it's a horrible sickness and everything. Like, Yes, but we have doctors, we have science to back up the evidence and everything. Like, you just need to take care of yourself. Take care of yourself health wise, dude. Like, health wise, man. Like, eat your fucking vitamins, go out on a walk every now and then, stop eating fast food, and shit like that. And yeah, man, wear a fucking mask. Like, dude, shit would be open if people would just wear a goddamn mask. And I like the idea of wearing a mask. Like, dude, like, I don't got to worry about my breath anymore. I mean, not to say that I don't brush my teeth or anything, but like, I don't have to worry about my like other people being aware that I had a fucking double with grilled onions and animal fries and everything. Like, nobody fucking knows that shit. Only I know that shit because it's all up in my face, not yours, not anybody else's. And like, to sit there and say like, I don't want to wear a mask. I don't want to do it. I'm being oppressed. This is against fucking my human rights as a person. Like, 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 obviously you never studied science or understood science or even took science. Who knows? Maybe you didn't even fucking make it to out through elementary school. But that shit, dude, like, it sucks. It does. Yes, it's a very big inconvenience. I don't like it, but again, I can understand it because I know that it's not just for me, it's everybody else that's around me. And honestly, I'm okay with not having to deal with the other person's fucking breath or the guy that doesn't brush their teeth in fucking a week and a half. Like, I don't have to worry about that shit either. And you know what? Had we just done it and listened to the science, first of all, like, yeah, this shit would have been done in 2 weeks for sure, or 2 weeks, well, 2 months, whatever was the first, whatever they said. And yeah, these dumb motherfuckers want to make it. The dumb motherfuckers just wanted to sit there and make it political and like, oh, it happened to be 2020. Like, yeah, no, okay, fine, it happened to be in 2020, but dude, they've been books about this. They've had study this. I knew that there was going to be a deadly disease when I was in the third fucking grade, man. When I was studying biology and shit, like, getting into how sickness works and all that. Like, they've been saying this for decades, and as a matter of fact, they're still saying it. They're saying, yeah, this is one thing, but there's still something out there that could be 20 times more worse, more deadly, and everything. And like, and if this is going to be the reaction, then we're fucked for sure. We are fucked. And it's just I can't stand it anymore. I don't like it. I want to go to a fucking bar. I want to be able to start doing comedy shows again and start seeing people. I want to hang out with my goddamn friends. And like, I mean, yeah, sure, I can still do that. And I mean, I have been going to see my friends and everything and like hanging out with certain people, but like, it's a small list of people that I've been hanging out with. And it's like, I don't want to do that anymore. I don't. But fuck, man, if we can't get this shit under control, if we can't even do the right thing for a short period amount of time, then fuck, man, this is what we deserve. We fucking deserve it, dude. Like, I can't stick up for this anymore. And the fact that it was flipped around and made political and all of that bullshit, like, it just goes to show you how fucking dense everybody is. Like, they seriously want to believe anything that they fucking read on the goddamn internet. And it pisses me off, dude. It fucking pisses me off. Like, and people want to say like, oh, it's these fucking conspiracy theorists are it's a proven study that the internet and social media, like, misinformation has been going out like fucking crazy. And all these goddamn fucking retards out there, they don't think for themselves enough to be like, oh, you know what, that actually could have been doctored. That could have been doctored. That could have been fake, dude. I can fucking make a fake video right now. Like, I mean, obviously not right now, but I can come up with a fake video and use special effects and like, dude, fucking iMovie, anything that you want. Fucking motherfuckers are doing so. Motherfuckers are making deep fakes of shit that exists. So the Mandalorian, Luke Skywalker shit. I saw somebody at a fucking with their college computer and everything do a better version than what these $1 million fuckers are putting on the screen, and do a better version of it. And you want to sit there and tell me that like all this shit is fucking real? Like, people can't fake videos and everything. People can't edit shit themselves. And like, no, I'm not saying like, oh, you should be watching ABC and NBC or MSNBC, CNN, all that. Like, no, fuck that. Like, they're the exact same. But the misinformation that goes around on social media and the internet is completely it's fucking rampant, dude. Anybody can fucking do that shit. Anybody can fucking do that shit. And people want to sit there and be like, nope, that's the truth. That's what's gonna happen. That's exactly what's going on. And it's like, dude, like fucking really. Like, you want to sit there and tell me that shit's real? Like, motherfuckers say don't believe what you hear on the news, but will believe everything on the fucking internet. Like, dumb, dude. It's fucking dumb. And I can't sit here and be quiet about it anymore. Or at least I'll be quiet about it after this. Don't worry, this is just my fucking rant right now. But yeah, man, I can't deal with it anymore. um Yeah, dude, the fucking and the fact that they just walked in. They literally just walked in. Yeah, there was a couple shoves here and there, but it wasn't enough. It was not nearly enough. They just fucking went right through it, dude. And the fucking footage that was happening that night after the curfew and everything, and like the resistance they met then, yeah, that should have been fucking going on way earlier in the fucking day. They should have been preparing for that shit way fucking earlier. I was happy about that. Like, I was finally like, oh shit, now there's gonna be some fucking blood, real blood spilled. Like there has been, like, and these fucking motherfuckers that want to be like, oh, it's okay for Antifa and Black Lives Matter to burn buildings down and everything. Like, and again, if had they met the same, had these motherfuckers met the same resistance, they either A, ran away like the fucking pussies that they are, or B, they would have blown shit up. They would have fucking done that, dude. They were ready to. They were prepared to. They were going to. And that's what they were prepared for. And what they were prepared for, they already saw on fucking on that shit already. So the difference between a riot and a protest is I think, and actually, no, let me rephrase that. All that shit were protests. Like, fine, these guys are protesters. They're not rioters. They're protesters. Whatever. Just like the Black Lives Matter protests and like all the Antifa bullshit, like all the peaceful stuff. Like, that's what they were, was protests, and that's what this could have stayed. But I feel like they saw an opportunity to be just as belligerent, just as violent, and not only that, they knew they can get away with it because they were not met with the same fucking resistance. They were not met with that, dude. They fucking walked right in there. One person got shot. That was it. Some dude tased his own balls and then had a heart attack. Like, dude, like, people were fucking dying like crazy. And yeah, and again, it was those people that were forced to, like. And then not only that, it wasn't just one side killing the other. It was both sides killing each other. And like, these motherfuckers, they literally got themselves killed. They literally got themselves killed, except for that one person who got shot. And then, yeah, man, like okay, like, I know this is their First Amendment right and everything, and I stand by that. I know that, like, yes, they could have protested and everything, but as soon as they started walking up on those steps, that was the time to bring out the rubber bullets and the military, the National Guard, and all that bullshit. Like, that, it was that time of when that shit was happening, when they were walking up those steps, not when they were inside the fucking building already, talking to them and everything. And it's like, what the fuck? Like, you're so scared of a fucking person a shade darker than you that you have to pull out your gun and shoot them just because of that. Like, it's fucking, it exists, man. Fucking the systemic racism that exists in this country. And you know what? I'm not sitting here being like, oh, everything's going to be better. That's a good thing the Democrats are in there. Like, no, they're the fucking problem too, man. They are the exact fucking problem too. I'm not speaking this, ill of anybody else. Like, I just, as a fucking whole, I fucking hate everybody right now. And I can't I can't get behind it anymore. And you know, I'm not a political scientist. I didn't go to college or anything and study any of this shit. And you know what? A lot of these motherfuckers that are on social media and the internet talking about this shit, neither are they. And you know what? And they want to be like, "Oh, well, I'm listening to other people have done that." Like, bitch, you're fucking reposting shit on the internet. Again, saying like seeing shit on the internet and then taking that, like saying that, oh, I can't believe the news or anything, I don't trust that, but this guy on my fucking Facebook page and my I love Trump group, he's right, he's got a degree, I'm gonna listen to him. Like, no, dude, like that doesn't, it doesn't fucking work. That, think for your fucking self, dude. Think for your goddamn self is what I'm saying. And I feel like that a lot of people aren't doing that anymore, and they're just, they look at your, they're, you're stuck on your fucking phone and all these fucking web pages and everything, looking at what other people are doing. Like, bitch, you can do the same exact goddamn thing. And if you're too fucking lazy to, then you have no, you have no foundation to even say anything. You shouldn't be talking if you aren't going to be doing the research yourself or anything like that. Like, you should not, dude, because they have, yeah, then fucking go to college, go to school, go to do all that shit. And then if you want to sit there and be like, well, I can't afford college, well, you know what, motherfucker, there's people out there trying to fight for free tuition so that you can go to school and educate yourself for free. And you know what, there's a fucking local library, there's books out there that you can pick up and study on your own also. Like, that shit, dude, like, it's people like that that are like that, yeah, like it's these dumb motherfuckers that are just on the internet, and like, and they're like, oh, well, I'm doing something, I'm fucking reposting this video because this guy's spent 8 years at college, like he must be right. Like, yeah, don't just fucking think for yourself, man. Just fucking think for your goddamn self. I mean, I think that's all I can really say at this point. Like, I don't know, dude. Yesterday, yeah, it was pretty fucking disgraceful. You know, I had dreams. I did. I have. I still have those dreams. I want to be able to go to the Capitol building. I want to be able to go to the Lincoln Memorial and to, you know, to Philadelphia and see that my country's, you know, history and all of that. I want to go to Texas and like travel, you know, I want to travel my country and see these historic places, you know, and it is, they're historic places and all of that, and then just go there and then feel the, like, the idea. It was always the idea that this country was so great that just made me feel like, yeah, you know, like there's hope. You know what is spewed out there, like, yes, there, I still feel kind of optimistic about this country. Like, I don't think it's a fucking lost cause. I don't, you know, like, I'm not saying that we should turn to socialism or anything like that. Like, no, dude, like the way it's run right now is fine if it can work for everybody, and it's not working for everybody. It's not fucking working for everybody, and that's the problem. That is the problem, is that it's just not working for everybody. So we need help. We we need help. We need to take the time and to look at, and then not, and to fucking, yes, and to realize, like, we're trying to help everybody. We need everybody on our side. Like, are you fucking kidding me, dude? Like, if we had the support of everybody at all times, like, this country would be unstoppable. And I think that was the delusion of a lot of people, with especially with fucking Trump supporters, dude. Like, they're like, oh, it's already like this. The fact that we're letting, like, no, it's not, dude. Fucking people are dying in our own country by our own people all the fucking time. And then you want to sit there and say, like, oh, well, it just happens to everybody. Like, no, it does. It happens more to a specific group more than your fucking group. That's for sure. That is for fucking sure, dude. Yeah. So I don't know, dude. I think that's just my 2 cents on it and everything. I couldn't be quiet about it, especially today. Especially today, and the fact that I got fucking family out there that's spewing this dumb bullshit too. It's like, it's infuriating. So, I mean, we'll see if they watch this. We'll see. We'll see if they watch this, and hopefully they'll get the fucking hint, dude. Because you know, this is what I do. I fucking do a podcast. I do a podcast. That's what I want to do. And that's my fucking thing. And you know what? I'm not talking about anything else except for podcasting. And the real shitty thing about this thing is that I have to look at the rest of the fucking world and be like, oh, okay, well, I got to talk about that. Like, that's why I'm getting into comedy, dude. That's why I want to start doing, I want to start hitting open mics up and everything, because I want that to be my thing now, because I can't handle everything else that's going on. I need just to have my own thing doing. And that's what everybody should be fucking doing. You should just be minding your own fucking business and doing your own thing. And if you want, to try to help a cause or whatever, then read a fucking book, dude. Go read a goddamn book or go study that shit. Don't go on the fucking internet and follow all this fucking bullshit news out, like these fucking these fucking idiots again are sitting there saying don't trust the news, but they have a fucking they're posting videos, and news is literally in the fucking title of these videos. Fucking yeah, like Homeland News or whatever. Like, I don't fucking like pro right news or whatever the fucking bullshit is, dude. Like, it's right there in your fucking face, and you're like, oh, don't believe what you're seeing on the TV. And yet you are paying attention to the same goddamn bullshit on, but it appeals to you. It's your fucking ideas that are being supported and everything, and so that's the fucking truth. Like, I can't fucking stand it anymore. I can't stand it. And I wish all you motherfuckers would just do your own thing and stick to it, dude. Like, if music is your thing, fucking be a musician, dude. Don't bring all your goddamn bullshit conspiracy theories into the goddamn world and push it on everybody else and be like, oh, that's gonna happen. Watch out for this, watch out for that. Fuck that, dude. Fucking read a book. Go outside, take a walk. Stop looking at your fucking phone. Like, it's fucking dumb. And then, yeah, I know, I get it. Fucking, oh, I can't go home because of all this bullshit. Like, well, had we been smart about it in the fucking first place, then I think we would have been out right now. We would have been at fucking concerts, dude. There would have been bar shows at least half capacity, like they were trying to do at the end of last year. But look what the fuck happened. People wanted to be stubborn. People wanted to act like they were right the whole fucking time. And then this motherfucker, this fucking Cheeto Puff of a dickhead, just made it worse. He just fucking stoked the flames, and he made you want to call everybody else sheep, like, oh, you do this, you want to be a sheep and everything. Like, look in the fucking mirror, dude. Look in the goddamn mirror. You're fucking following around a cultist, dude. You're following around this piece of shit, dude. He's a piece of fucking shit. Always been a piece of shit. And you want to talk about that he's his fucking savior? Fuck that, dude. Anybody that supports or anybody that supports or sympathizes with fucking white supremacy and racist bullshit, dude, like, no, dude, that is not a leader. That is not somebody that you should be looking up to or saying that is going to save us. Because what's going to fucking save us, dude, is actual unity, actual people that are going to fucking pay attention and read books and care about you. That motherfucker does not care about you. He does not care about any one of you, and nobody wants to fucking see it. And as a matter of fact, none of the other motherfuckers really care about you either. Not Joe Biden, not fucking Hillary Clinton, not Nancy Pelosi, dude. Fuck them. They are the same. They are in the same exact fucking boat. And the hypocrisy of it, of you being like, nah, this one person, he's got it. He knows it. He knows me. He knows he's got my back. Like, fuck that, dude. No, he doesn't. No, he fucking doesn't, dude. And I think that's really what is pissing me off. Like, you know who has your fucking back? Your brothers, your cousins, your family, your best friends that you've had since you were 4 years old, the people that you grew up with, the people that you shared your life with and hardships with, and yeah, man, somebody that spews hate speeches and everything and sympathizes with these motherfuckers that hate you just because of the color of your skin. Like, no, dude, they're not on your team. And you shouldn't be on theirs. You shouldn't be backing that shit up either, dude. Like, because it's fucking bullshit. It is. It's all bullshit. And you want to sit there and post your goddamn news stories and conspiracy videos of fraud and all that. Like, dude, none of our elections have been. I don't think any of our elections have been legit since Reagan. You know, like, I don't like who the fuck knows really what's going on. But yet you want to do this shit, and it's like. Again, you want to fucking compare the two. What is treated way better than the other side? Way better. The fucking by everybody, dude. By the everybody that is supposedly in power, the fucking military, the fucking police, and everything. Yeah, dude. Like, I don't know. Those, in my opinion, those people are the real enemy. The people that want to divide. And like you want to compare the two. Well, like, dude, Trump is not a fucking savior. He's not a good person. And you know what? He is a fucking racist ass motherfucker he did some good things for some black communities, but that was just to fucking protect his own ass or just for other people to be like, see, look how great he is. And he's not, dude. He's not. And the fucking anybody that sympathizes with white supremacists and neo-Nazism and everything, like, no, fuck those people, man. They fucking deserve to be not a part of your life or this goddamn country, dude. We literally had 2 wars deciding that, and both times we fucking won. We won. The people who are fucking brothers, dude. The fucking people that have been with us since day one. Like, those are the people that we banded together and we took out the oppressors and all that bullshit, and now they're fucking in our backyards. And you want to sit there and tell me that, oh, one side is worse than the other? Like, no, dude. I can't get behind that. I can't get fucking behind that at all. Oh, bad. I wish I felt this strongly about a lot of other stuff, but this shit is happening right now in my backyard, and it's something that I can see and grasp with my own head, with my own brain, and everything. Yeah, man. I don't know. I do want a lot of people to see this episode and to I guess hear it. I guess, but I can't be. I'm not okay with it. I'm not okay with everything that's going on right now and all the like these fucking people that I know that support this bullshit and like are fucking just delusional, dude. I fucking love this country. I love my home. I love I love baseball. I love football. I love basketball. I love going out and not having to worry if any bombs are gonna fall on my head and all that just bullshit. Like, and and yeah, man, you everybody's got to open their eyes, dude. They got to open their eyes and say like, and just see it, experience it, and know it, because yeah, these motherfuckers that are just in their cozy homes the entire time, like afraid of another person just because they have different views of you, and it's like, yeah, it's bullshit, man. It's fucking bullshit. All right. I think I went on long enough. I'm actually surprised that I even made an hour out of this. I'm actually kind of disappointed that I was even able to go an hour after this. I was hoping this was only going to be like a 40 minute rant, but look at that. It took up a whole hour. It took up a whole hour of my fucking life just being angry. And yeah, man, I don't want to live like this. I don't want to do it anymore. I don't want it. I don't want it. I don't want it at all, man. So I'm gonna go ahead and cut it here. If you want to listen to the full episode, audio version of it will come out in a couple weeks. Let's see, I got one coming out this Friday, and that's the episode with me and D Rotten. After that is my episode with me, D Rotten, and Ryan D. That episode's coming out tomorrow. Then next week will be the episode of me, Steve, and D Rotten talking about shit that we love, talking about shit that that we're into and everything that makes us happy and everything. So yeah, man, this episode will come out in a couple of weeks. I hope people listen to it and they fucking wake the fuck up, because in my opinion, everybody's asleep right now. Everybody's trying to point fingers and to spread hate, and it's like, can't fucking win that way, man. So yeah, I'm gonna cut the live feed. Thank you guys. Anybody that did tune in to hear this during the live show, thank you. I appreciate your time And thank you for not giving me all your hate comments. I appreciate it, man. I appreciate all of you, dude. I mean, I'm just a guy here doing a fucking podcast, man. I'm not. And I just had a lot of feelings about these the last events that happened. So um yeah, so I'm gonna get out of here. This was a good episode, I think. I don't fucking know. Um, thank you everybody that has listened. Thank you everybody for tuning in. Um, new episodes are coming starting tomorrow. Got more in the books. Recordings of live show. These live streams will still happen, of course. Every time I have a guest or every time I do a Rat Talk episode, you can catch a live stream. So follow on Facebook, on YouTube, and then follow on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and SoundCloud to get the full audio versions of this. So I love you all, but I also hate you all. Peace, guys.